Today, I'm going to give you a step-by-step process of how to make your very own custom map in Minecraft using my experience in making one based off the TV series Ninjago as an example. However, this video applies to every type of world you might be building. By the end of this video, you should have a complete plan for beginning your custom world and beyond. Let's get into it. Before you jump into sculpting your world, it's super important to do some planning first so your world is made well and you aren't too overwhelmed when you go into building it. Some of this may not seem important now, but it is essential to figure out the purpose and inspiration for your world first, as everything starts from sculpting, and it's so much easier if you determine these things first. Firstly, to find the purpose of your world, ask these questions. Are you making it for exploration, for building in general, more specifically building your own map, which includes more planning and story, or like me, recreating an already established universe, which requires more research? Also, will it be made in survival or creative, and will it be played in survival or creative, as the two may vary. For me, I'm currently building my world in creative, but it is intended to mostly be played in survival once it is complete. Now let's determine your inspiration and do some more detailed planning. You may want to find references in real-life locations as inspiration and find a specific vibe and setting for your world. First, determine which time period it is set in, and second, which area of the world and which cultures it may take inspiration from. You may base it off a real-life location and time, or just take very light inspiration. This is your map, so get as creative as you want. Next, determine the vision for your world by writing down a list of locations you want to include. For me, as I'm recreating an already established universe, I wrote down all the locations that were at least somewhat notable by memory by looking up locations on the wiki and by rewatching the show. For every other purpose, you can get super creative. This is your world. If you are making your own world with a story, you'll want to come up with some basic lore to base the world, which you can build off of later on. Next, it's super important to make a general sketch of the world. It doesn't have to be a masterpiece, just enough to solidify your ideas and to use as a reference when you go to sculpt the world. When recreating a specific universe, it can be a bit tricky determining where some of the locations are specifically, but if there's a good map available, you can use others' estimates, info, and even maps from the wiki, hints from the show, or whatever the source is, and honestly, sometimes you just have to guess the placement of the location. Finally, now that you've determined the purpose, which game mode you'll play in, your vision, and made a sketch, we can finally start sculpting. The best tool I found to do this is called World Painter. Once it is downloaded, I'd recommend watching a tutorial, as this will make it so much easier to learn how to use it. You'll use the map you sketched out earlier as a reference, and depending on the thoroughness of your drawing, you may want to take reference from the list as well as the questions you answered. Now you can sculpt out the world. During this process, I was really missing Minecraft, so I probably exported the map a bit too soon. Trust me, it's worth spending extra time in World Painter, as it will save you so much time down the road. Anyways, once you are done, you can export the map to Minecraft, and now you have your own custom map to explore in, build in, etc. At this point, if you are using this world for building especially, I'd recommend printing out the map, which allows you to visualize your world and plan where your builds will go even more accurately. Of course, as you build, you'll most likely change a lot of the terrain you sculpted because you realized it wasn't accurate, or you figure out you just want to do something different. And your vision for the world will probably change quite a bit. Anyways, I hope this video was helpful for your world building process, and more importantly, I hope it convinced you to watch Ninjago. Comment if you have any questions and let me know what you are building. I'm excited to hear about what you are creating. Stay tuned for more videos on my Ninjago world coming soon. I'm super excited to share this next video. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.